I'm ready, set, go. All right, so what I'm going to do first here is I'm just going to give you a very quick kind of overview of the Canvas platform that we're going to be using. I'm just revealing that first kind of little bit to start off with, but it's pretty easy. Once you've actually logged into the course and you've gotten your account set up for you, when you're in here, it's not terribly difficult to follow. On the left-hand side of I should look over here, the left-hand side of the screen, you can see that there's a home and assignments area, discussions, grades, and so forth. If you just start directly from the home section, you can easily follow the course. It's going to be very kind of linear in the way you kind of work your way through it. Here, you can see the introduction is the one that I was just working on and had set up so that I do my little introduction, and there it is. Just taking a little bit. There's my video introduction, and you can do the same with your introduction. I would love it if somebody would put in their own video for it. Get your own video capture software. There's a couple different tools that are listed in the resources in this beginning section. So one of the tools we're going to use, of course, is Canvas. And then from there, we're also going to ask you to log in and create an account with the P5 editor. And you can do that with either a, don't really want to look at myself in the background anymore, but the P5 editor is quite easy to set up as well. So if you're in the P5 editor, clicking on the wrong window here, the P5 editor, when you first log in, it will give you lots of options. You can either log in with a GitHub account, which for a lot of users is a really useful way to kind of log and do their data. It doesn't transfer it all just yet, but it is a very sound way to kind of manage it. GitHub's not going anywhere. And if you go to your sign up, you have a couple different other options. But I ask for all of my students usually to create their own, generate their own one that is then linked to their accounts, whether it be their school account or their personal account. Once you've signed into these accounts, it's very easy to continue and log in as you go. So here you can see I've got a login with GitHub or login with Google as my options. And it's really up to you. So many schools now use Google as their way to manage their accounts. The only downside to that is that once you graduate, if you're like in many schools, once you graduate, often you will then lose access to logging into that account. So the GitHub one might be a better solution, or you can create, like I did, my own personal account to log into. So once you've logged in, there's one important little trick I'll say here, and I'll echo this throughout the course, is once you start it, it'll give it this kind of like random generated name. Here you can see it's showing up as Golden Owner. Once you give it a name and then save it, once you go ahead and do that and click Save, you'll notice that there's a automatic autosave that's enabled. And you do want to have that running all the time in the background. There will be a few things that we do with loops or with arrays where we're looping through them, where if the browser hangs and it doesn't auto-correct itself, you won't lose any work if it's auto-saving. So here you can see it's saving as it goes. So I totally recommend you save it. One of the first things you do is put your name on it, save it, and then from there build it all the way out. So we've got our P5 as our platform that we're going to do our coding, and we have our Canvas as our learning platform, our LMS. Those are our two places that we're really going to be focusing on, and of course most of the videos will be set up within YouTube, as you are already seeing here. All right, so let's get through all this paperworky kind of starter stuff, and let's get to the course. Stop.